The approximate VLOOKUP is useful when you need to return the nearest value from a table based on a particular value. The approximate match returns the next largest value that is less than your specific lookup value. So before we look at an example, let's just remind ourselves of the parameters that go into a VLOOKUP. First of all is the lookup value, and this is the value that is present in both the table you're creating and the lookup data. The table array is the range of cells that you want analyzed for your VLOOKUP. Your column index number is the number whereby you specify how many columns over from your lookup value do you want your return value, bearing in mind that your lookup value has to be in your leftmost column of your table array. And then your range lookup is where you tell the VLOOKUP what type of match that you want. So in this instance, we want to select true because we want an approximate match as opposed to an exact match. So let's look at an example here about how we can effectively use the approximate lookup. Here in the column on the left, we have a number of countries and we have their vaccination rate, their COVID vaccination rate per 100. Over here in the lookup data, we have a set of parameters that dictates at what stage, based on their vaccination rate per 100, the country is at. So are they in the early stage of their vaccination program, medium or advanced? We can see here that none of the vaccination rates will exactly match the vaccination rates in our lookup data, but using an approximate match, we can still return a classification. So let's open up our VLOOKUP. Our instance in this lookup value is the vaccination rate, because that is what is included in both our lookup data and our table here on the left. Our table array is the data here, which is the parameters that decides where the vaccination stage is, and we're going to drag that down later, so we want to press F4 and get the dollar symbols around it. Our column index number, what we want returned is the vaccination stage, which is in the second column of our table array, so we simply press 2 there. And then here we know that 0.83 won't be present in our table, so we want to return the nearest value to that 0.83, so we want to select true here in order to get this approximate match, and then we can close that formula, and we can instantly drag it down, and then we have a classification for each country.